Back with another PicoCTF challenge, this time based. Description: to get truly leet, you must understand different data encodings, such as hexadecimal or binary. Can you get the flag from this program to prove that you are on the way to becoming leet? Connect with netcat, this host, and this port. And our hints: I hear Python can convert things. It might help to have multiple windows open. And while we could certainly use Python, I won't be using it personally. So let's first see what this gives us. Let's see how data is stored. Lizard, please give us the, and then we look to have binary for L-I-Z-A-R-D. This is just a simple example, and we only have 45 seconds, where it's asking what input would give us this binary output, and it tells us what it is. It's lizard. Let's go ahead and let's submit that. Next, it says, please give me the, and then these numbers as a word. And I think that may be octal. And the way that I'm determining that is octal is base 8, meaning you can only count up to 7. So for example, like decimal is base 10, but we don't include 10 in any digit, right? We only go to 9. We go from 0 to 9, and then we would roll over. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start by using rapid tables. And I need an octal to ASCII unit converter as well. You can see we timed out here because we didn't give a guess quick enough, but that's okay. Let's take this, let's copy it, and let's see if this was anything going from octal to text. And it says container. This seems pretty meaningful to me, so I think this one is probably octal. So let's try this again now that we have our calculator ready to go. We get lizard. We'll give that back to it. Then we get this word, which let's take over to our octal calculator. It says lime, okay. And then finally, please give me the 63, 6F, blah, 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 as a word. Now, because I see F and D, I tend to think this is hexadecimal because those characters are in hexadecimal numbers, or the character set. And it says computer. You've beaten the challenge. So that was definitely computer. Just to give you a sense, in case any of this went over your head, of what I'm doing, an ASCII table defines the different characters in the character set of ASCII, which makes up a lot of plain text. So for example, if you were to look at capital A, you would see in decimal that is 65, in hex that's 41, in octal it's 101. These are all just different number systems. I've covered conversions from hexadecimal to decimal in other videos, which I'll link here. So all that was happening when we went over to these rapid table conversion utility is we were putting in some input. So for example, let's go with 65. We give it 65, and then it does the lookup for us, and it says that's capital A, that's also this binary, it's this hex. It's just automating that. And I'd like to show you one other really nice way to do this very quickly. CyberChef, I love. It's an open source project put out by the British equivalent of the CIA or NSA. And remember how I talked about when I saw some output, I was just looking at the characters that are in the character set, and I was trying to reason about what's there and what's not there. What could this possibly be? With binary, it's very easy. You just see zeros and ones and no other characters. So that's very apparent. With other things, it may not be as apparent. For example, this could be decimal. We might just not be getting anything with any 8s or 9s. I guessed that it was octal, but I didn't know for sure. And then I tested it by bringing it over to an octal converter and seeing if doing the conversion made any sense. CyberChef will do that exact same operation across many different encodings and ways of transforming the data. Here we can see I gave it input, and it has this little magic wand, and it says, I discovered that going from octal will produce container. So let's go ahead and do that. So this could be a very nice, quick way for you to test out different transforms without having to do it manually. If we wanted to do the hex, we would throw away the prior recipe, which is what you saw me do. We put in our input, and we look at the magic wand, and it says, if I do the from hex operation, I'll get computer. So that is several ways that you could look at and solve this problem. Hopefully this was helpful to you. If it was, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, etc. Thanks a lot. Bye.